Hello, I'm sure you'd want me to update you on the events of yesterday because I did post in line with our policy of an animal that we were taking in from Casablanca, a donkey that was being looked after by some young people in Casablanca. And I was really sorry to have to tell you that before the donkey could get here, the donkey had died. We spent all day, we've got rotten internet at the moment, and we spent all day trying to prepare papers with special permission so the donkey could be moved from Casablanca to us. We couldn't do that till much later in the day. And the tragedy is, if it wasn't for the pandemic and the administration that goes with coping with a pandemic, we may have been able to get the donkey in the morning. We don't know, but we were sad. But out of bad things, good things always come. And one of the good things was that I could make contact with this quite new little association up north of Casablanca. They were really super people, young Moroccans. This was the first time they'd rescued a donkey, and they were so upset. They said they tried very hard, they put every effort into saving the donkey. And of course you would expect my response to be, it's not your fault, but perhaps in the future we can work together. Perhaps you can come and visit us, you can learn from the boys here what needs to be done in emergencies, so hopefully it doesn't happen again. So that was good. Which of course brings me on to the pandemic itself and what it means to people. I have a very good friend who was talking to someone who was visiting Marrakesh yesterday. They were visiting for a while, but they spoke yesterday. And they said that it was so lovely to be here because it was so quiet and peaceful. And my friend quite rightly reminded them that for us that's a tragedy. It is so quiet because nobody's here. And behind that quietness and the peace outside the hotels, there are people starving. It has been a dreadful year for all of us. And my strength, if I have any, goes out very much to the people who have stayed here during the pandemic, the people who have stayed here with their businesses and tried to do what they could for Morocco in Morocco, not getting out and doing it from outside and then claiming some sort of credit. No, it's the people who stayed. And really, it's those people who deserve our support as tourists start to come back, and I would encourage people to support their businesses. And those of us that have been good to us, the businesses here, I will, in the spirit of openness, be letting you know who they are in due course. But of course, what I'm learning is, having posted this week about charities working together, I've had to take that post down because it wasn't particularly helpful. Because what happened is there was a discourse from people here in Marrakesh that I'm not going to share with you, but it isn't helpful to the refuge to start debates of that sort. We will continue to do what we do in a very open way, and we hope you continue to support us. But what I am going to do, I don't want to bore you who care about the donkeys and the equines with my particular theories about charities and how they operate in pandemics and conflicts of interest and all those sort of things. We have decided it would be sensible for me to start my alternative channel on YouTube sooner rather than later, because that channel was very much to look at past events I've been involved in my life, where I believe very strongly that human and civil rights and animal rights are good for humankind. And I'm going to start that series of videos on my alternative channel by looking at conflicts of interest, because it is worrying me that people whose businesses maybe are failing and they have a good business head on them, it's almost too easy to do good charitable work and thereby credence and there's a whole story behind some of those things that isn't for me to talk to you about now, but it will be on my other channel. We're busy here today because I have two young managers, as you know. I don't know what we'd do without them, but Simo is off, it's his day off, and he's been working with a very badly injured ankle from playing football. And Ayub arrives this morning with a very badly injured knee from playing football. So we have no managers here today, and I can't take away from them their footballing skills, but I just wish they'd improve a little so they wouldn't get injured. But I'm sure you'll join with me in wishing them well. So bye for now.